and I'm going to be your inmate today.
Hello, Miss Tatiana.
How are you doing today?
I'm doing well.
Alright,
Nervous.
alright, that's good. So no need to be nervous. So today I'm going to be doing a healthcare screen, just a preview of healthcare screen. And I'm going to be asking you a few questions just about, your personal life and just everyday activities. Alright, so I do want to let you know that everything is confidential, unless there is something that is a little bit more serious, as for self-harming or anything of that nature. But other than that, everything is confidential between you and I. So again, as I stated earlier, as we talked about your sexual activity questions, I want to now ask you a few questions about your drug and alcohol usage, just to get to know a little bit more about your daily activities and everything. Again, this information is confidential. It is between me and you, unless there is something going on more serious or self-harming or anything of that nature. Have you ever used any tobacco products such as e-cigarettes or regular cigarettes or just any tobacco products such as dip or anything like that?
Mm.
Alright, so have you ever drank any alcohol or anything such as beer, wine, or hardcore liquor?
We'll have like brown after parties, after like football games and stuff.
Alright, do you typically know how often that is?
Um, about every weekend, just once a day every weekend, once a week.
Alright, so we're going to talk a little bit more about that later on. Alright, so have you ever smoked any, have you ever done any drugs such as marijuana or maybe cocaine or smoked any drugs or at all, anything?
I've tried weed a few times, but it wasn't really my thing.
Have you ever used anyone else's medicine or any other medicine that's not prescribed to you?
No, no.
All right. Do you ever use any drugs to fit in or um, go along with any of your peers' recommendations or anything like that?
I really only drink around them, so I guess yeah, I guess you can say that.
All right. So do you ever use drugs when you're alone or maybe when you're just sad or depressed?
I'm No, I don't. I mean, I tried it once, but I don't really like the taste of it, so I left it alone.
Okay. Do you ever use drugs and may have forgotten what happened after you used drugs or alcohol? Maybe say if you were drinking and maybe forgot how you got home or something of that nature.
Um, there was one time, I went out with my cousins on the football after parties, and like I just got sleepy, and then when I woke up again, I was like at the house, and they let me know like they took care of me and all that whatnot. But it was just like I didn't remember how I got home, but it wasn't like I was uncomfortable. So that's probably the only time.
Right. It's definitely good to go with someone that you trust. So have you ever been in trouble related to any drug or alcohol usage?
Um, no, I keep my lives pretty separate. I haven't really had any problems or gotten in trouble or anything about that. So no.
All right. So I do want to ask, do you know what drugs and alcohol does to your body? Do you know any of those negative effects that it does to your body?
Well, I know like it can lead to like some people just be like alcoholics, but I only do it like maybe once a week. I mean it just kind of feels good and it leaves. I don't really see anything bad going on right now.
Okay. So I'm going to go ahead and definitely provide you a pamphlet on underage drinking and alcohol usage. And I do want to definitely brief you on that. So basically, at your age, your brain is still developing. Your brain is still developing typically up to the age of around 26, 25, 26, depending on the gender. And alcohol usage and drug usage can definitely have an effect on your brain, your everyday living, your memory and everything. So definitely maybe if you continue to use drugs at the rate that you're going, you can possibly have trouble remembering things or maybe learning things or picking up things a little bit easier. And I also want to Also ask a question, do you know what binge drinking is?
It's like a lot at one time.
You're right. It's basically just drinking a lot of, or consuming a lot of alcohol, maybe in a matter of a short period of time. Typically about 5 drinks with males and typically about 3 drinks with women. So you definitely just want to be careful about, drinking alcohol in a short period of time. Typically try to give yourself, if you do drink one drink, give yourself about 2 hours. Um, basically 2 hours for every one drink, basically to sober up a little bit before you drive or anything. You don't want to drive intoxicated. You don't want to get in the car or vehicle with anyone that is intoxicated as well. Um, so I know that going back, you told me that when you did drink the one time and your family took care of you and everything. So what happens is if you consume enough alcohol, you definitely can soon begin to start losing coordination, slow reaction time, have slurred speech, blurry vision, and things of that nature. And if you consume too much alcohol, you can also become intoxicated or have alcohol poisoning, which can result in headaches, throwing up, vomiting, inability to wake up, and things of that nature. So you definitely just want to be careful about your usage and alcohol usage. You want to definitely be safe. But the best way to be safe is definitely to try not to use it at all. But again, if you do use it, just please be safe. Um, is there any other questions you think you may have? Alright, thank you so much for answering my questions, Isaiah, and you have a wonderful day.